Nick Tucker here with Nick Knows Nerf. Today we're going to be doing something really cool. We're going to be unboxing a Dart Zone Stryker 2. Now, I'm really excited about this because if you were to ask me what is the best, I'm sorry, wrong glasses. What is the best Nerf gun to get into, Nerf blaster to get into for competitive, not competitive, but for backyard play, for everything you're most likely to encounter. If you need to pick one blaster as your primary, what would it be? And I would say the Dart Zone Villainator. The Dart Zone Villainator being a pump action, drum fed, insanely reliable, insanely effective, right around 80 feet per second with mine. Just a reliable blaster. Now, if someone asked me, Nick, what if you were getting into pro, what would I say? I would say get a Nexus Pro back in the day. OG Nexus Pro. The Stryker was very similar, but not different enough for me to buy. Now, if someone took a Stryker, took a Nexus Pro, and took a Villainator, two of my favorite blasters of all time, and they went out and had a very special hug, they would be this. This is the Dart Zone Stryker 2.0 with their new Fancy Dan Nitro Shark. Okay? And so I'm going to open her up, give first impressions. I may do an overall pro review video once I've gone through all these, but I'm just going to crack her open. Now, I don't have the fancy overhead camera, so you'll just have to kind of listen. Well, maybe I can. Let's see if I can't do this vertically. This is my custom glow-in-the-dark spoon, which is used for opening things, right? Boom, boom. We're just going to start with the blaster and work our way out. Boom, 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 boom. Man, I'm almost getting that James Bond feel. Woo! Let's see. Where else is it secured? Oh, it's secured down by this really kind of neat looking banana clip. It's down by this. Ooh, that slides really quickly. That's something to consider. There we go. I just like to get the main portion of the blaster out first, which is this is the blaster itself. Now, one neat thing is the modding community. I have to put this down and talk about this for a bit. The modding community, long time ago, took the Tomcat and they made a rig. Well, that lets you drop that to. Now that's connected. Now, what drops this thing? I may have to look at the controls, but they made a rig to put a magazine into a drum-fed blaster. I find that fascinating. So apparently, so did DZ because they made this into the same kind of deal. That's nice. I was worried because it looked like the length of the pole would be a little excessive because I have very short arms, but I must say that's not bad. Let's see, does it have a connection? No, see, I'm between connections. I love the sight line. Oh, I forgot to mute my phone. Let's make this really, really professional seeming and interrupt my recording. But a lot of people like the shenanigans that happen, so we're going to go that. But feels good. I want to know how to. Oh, I bet you have to. Yep. Check do that. That pulls that out because it's a skinny pusher, and then that releases that. Haha! I just had to look at it for a second because this is the part that allows you to run clips through here. This is, despite the curve, a standard-ish katana mat in this nice green. That's nice. Now I'm getting all about it because I know me. And one thing I know about me compared to other people is I did not buy this for that functionality. So we're going to take this. It's got the standard buffer stock comes off. Same kind of rig if I wanted to adjust the power, swap the spring out. One thing I'm instantly seeing is the rise over the barrel is so much lower on this than the Nexus Pro. And now I have to throw the drum in, but this also feels significantly lighter than the Nexus. So that's interesting. I wish this was more secure because this stays pretty well, but this is just kind of there. I want to see something. See, I'd be tempted actually to get a Venom sight, one of the ultra low Venom sights, and throw it on there. Get rid of all this junk. Although I like the faux red dot reticle. Let me see. Line it up. That's not bad to look through. So sight acquisition should not be bad. It also has a. Okay, we're going to just dry fire it real quick because of course I'm going to dry fire it. Holy smokes, that pops. That feels like it might pop work. Now I know it was cleared before I looked down the barrel because I had just cleared it. But that's fascinating. We got to put this down though for a bit because we got to get the rest of the toy. I'm also rather fond of the bright green. A lot of people don't. A lot of people like the regular Nexus, the regular Dark Zone red that was in the past. I am not one of them. I think the green is a much better color. I'm a big fan of Dayglow. Man, they did not mess around with. It's funny. All these other pieces in here. I want to show you. Oh, turned on my Iron Man light. Hold on. All these other pieces are secured with these little dudes right here. This, man, they were worried that this barrel shroud thingy that does nothing. They put a big old, look at that. That much for the decorative. So this is the decorative barrel piece to make it look even more orange. And I do like that. I'm a big fan of not getting shot. So the orange, and all it is a barrel shroud. That's interesting. That's very interesting. I also like this because this distinct type of V does help break up the gun lines. Ironically, on a blaster that Nerf did a while ago, you see a similar V. This is my Sly Shot to help break up the gun lines. Now, like the Sly Shot, this line seems to have better moderate sights, and I'm going to talk about that too. Why is this primed? This is primed because I have a son who likes to prank me, and he likes to randomly take pot shots at me, so I need to be able to fire back at all times. You know, the family motto being stay strapped or get clapped. We need to finish getting the pieces of this, though, and not get too distracted. Though I know from comments, people like the distractions, so I'll keep it up. Let's see, what else do we have in here? In the box, we have let's get the important parts out, and then I'll get the iPro. Now, I'm not bashing the iPro in any way, shape, or form. However, due to my vision, I use iPro that I bought from Zenny Optical. I'm not sponsored by Zenny, but Zenny, if you want to sponsor me, reach out, because the vast majority of my glasses that I wear are by Zenny. I'm just going to keep turning that light on every time I push on this box. But the rest of these are contained where I'll have to open the box to get it out. We can't even see. Let me angle it. You got the darts, you got the scar barrel, and there are the iPro. There are the iPro. There is the iPro. Never sure on glasses. The plurals get a little funny. So, knowing that this is a Dark Zone product means I know how to essentially break into it. They are fairly consistent in their packaging, although I do prefer the big flat packages that one gets on the Nexus and the the two Nexuses and the Aeon, even though I don't own an Aeon. Not overly fond of Top Prime. You guys desperately want me to review an Aeon Pro, I can. I try to stick to blasters I actually want as part of my courtesy. Now, see, this is going to unfold, and when you unfold it, you get a shiny piece of cardboard that has nothing to do with anything, but just came flipping in. The instructions, which on this blaster might be more necessary than others. So we've got our happy instructions, and Dart Zone gives really good instructions. They explain everything to the letter, and I like that. Too many Nerf guns presume that kids or the new owners know how to use them, and that's just not true. I actually will be doing a series of videos on how to prime your Nerf guns, because I was at an event at the Benton County Public Library where they were doing a teen event, and you can see these are the Dart Zone with the expandable little arm that goes up for storage. Are they rated? They do not appear to be rated, which is interesting. Anyway, and the kids didn't know how to work the Nerf guns. Now, I got them because I donate a lot of my blasters to the library. Walmart was clearancing off, I believe it's called the Clash set. I still have one left to review, of 4 starter blasters to get people addicted. And as that way, because this has now opened up the backside of everything, and it's going to make a very big mess if I'm not careful. As look at this. Come on, I want to get this tray and not launch darts all over the place. But as I donated them, I had a couple of children, actually, teenagers, which are still children, ask me how to make a basic dart go, because they never had access to Nerf guns. And that's why I do a lot of thrifting, but I thrift a little different, a little differently than others, in that I donate large numbers of the blasters I thrift after I've inspected them, repaired them. However, I often run out of magazines, so I will be looking for magazines for my assorted donations. Usually they're full lengths, but I had to pull out the lugs on this, just like you do when you're first setting up a Villainator. This does not have nearly the ammo capacity of a Villainator, but I'd like to see how much it holds. It has one really staggeringly cool thing, in that it is a drum that can be loaded from behind. Why does that matter? Well, obviously, it's easier to load out, but let's take this blaster. To insert the drum, it should be a matter of pulling it. I'm trying to set up where you can see what's going on. Sliding both parts in, and it should click quite nicely, which it does. Now it gives me that, okay, auto advance, but it locks in while primed, so you're not going to get a lot of barrel wobble. I'm going to have to dry fire it again. Oh my gosh. You can't, that's interesting. You cannot advance it. You can't advance it without firing it. That is truly interesting. So I'm going to load this up. Well, and I'm going to do it live, well, recorded while I talk to you. The reason I'm not doing these live is I have a very active comment section, and I sometimes get distracted, and I want to focus on this. And this is something you've never been able to do from a blaster. which is stay on target and top off as you go. I find this fascinating, friends. This is a bit of a revolution in darts. Now, if you want to prime it from the front, it's easy as eating pancakes, and it might actually be easier for our purposes to prime it from the front. But I think the easiest way would be, where's the decocker on this? That's a good question. Does it have a decocker? I may have to look it up, because I am not seeing much in the way of a decocker. Well, that's what that is. Because it is locked in right now. Anyway, I totally lost count. But what's nice is I know this is significantly more than 17. So we can load this up. Now, in another case of, there's a little disparity. They like to keep a little bit of difference between your prime and your between your Dart Zone Pro and your Dart Zone Max. So I'm going to have to dry fire one more time to cock it, to pop it out, but it pops out really smooth. I'll finish setting this up, but it's actually much easier to do it in hand like so. Being able to, that went pretty quickly. And we'll count them because I totally lost count. So the replacement O-rings are interesting too. I pushed that one back too far. That's interesting. All this is fascinating to me because this is a very different weapon system. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, so I think 26. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25. That's why I didn't give it down. This is not quite even. Okay, cool. So 25 round mag drum, which I see a lot of people, instead of running mags, simply buying the drums in the near future, depending on what price Dart Zone puts on these bad boys. I'm just carrying these. But that locks in very nice with it. Oh, check this out. I thought I didn't have to. There is a little catch at the end where you can, once you have it primed, you can come back and just before it pulls, it lets you advance. Nice. Good on you, Dart Zone. Good on you. Now, we're going to take this off. Put this aside for just a moment. The Nexus Pro had a little storage unit that is in the stock that lets you store the spare O-rings. And the old one had ingrained outside. So I'm going to have to look to see if this one has such a thing because it comes with O-rings. But I know I'm going to lose them. What was that? What was that? Okay. I'm sorry, there's a metal piece. Does it shine through? Oh, only on this side. But if you look, it kind of gives you an indicator on where you need to be to advance the dart. Fascinating. Fascinating. So this is loaded up in the configuration I am probably going to run it in. The front sight is loose. The back sight is what it is. And I launched darts all over anyway. Looks like they came with probably enough to fill the mag. I'll check that in a minute. But let me load up my dart catch box. And I'll just give it a shot, so to speak. Now that's interesting. Seems to be half primed. So it's advancing it, but now it isn't de-advancing it. Weird. Am I going to have to look at the actual manual on this thing? Did this thing not work straight out of the box? Let's find out. Something. Whoa. Okay, we have a dart in, so it tried to load it, but it seems to be stuck. Try that again. And then I'm going to have to look to see if I bumped into a feature or a flaw. Oh. If it isn't all the way up, see, now it'll spin nice. If it isn't all the way up, it won't. Jeez. Okay, cool. It won't fire. Came out and hit me. So I'll have to do range tests on this, but this is just the unboxing video. So far, this seems to be quite the blaster. Now we are going, it's not fair for me not to run it, even though I don't really intend to run it like this, to not load this. And it has, see the arrow? Yeah. That'll be getting kissed with a Sharpie at some point, so I can actually see that I'm loading this right. It's going to go, It does not want to center nice going up. There we go. And now it should load max. So forgive me a moment while I load. Now this should come up. This is a 12 dart mag, and I'm going to bet it comes up shy. No, it should be shy a couple. It should be all 12. This should fit everything we have because it would make sense to be able to load both portions. And it's a straight Talon, so I can run my other Talon mags through it. I mean, you get to the point where you can feel the contact. I like these open format. Yep. Oh. I'm going to have to see how many darts this is coming up because this is actually more than wait, no, it should all fit. No. That's interesting. I mean, this is 12 rounds, and I've already got 15 in here. Four. So we're going to take 2 off. So I think that this is the old, it's a slides and smooth. Little bit of flair to the magwell, actually. Little bit of wiggle, but we can forgive that. We can forgive that. Woo! It actually, hold on. Wow. Okay. Let me show you something. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. I'm going to have to use my little light. But this is the box that I fire because I found the dimensions of this particular box rattle inside, keeps me from shooting my darts all over when I'm just test firing or I'm clearing the weapon. But let me get where you can see. Can you see the ding? Yeah, in the center, under that line. There you go. You can see it. See that circle? Yeah, it just totally blasted through the first layer of the cardboard. And I mean, yes, we were at straight range, but that's impressive. And I will say that this blaster, that's what I wanted to check because this is the Dart Zone Nexus Pro. And I haven't put the other piece on. Let's see. It is. It feels lighter. Now, the other thing, and I'm flashing, is I want to look side by side. Yeah, because I got to line this up. I'm trying to line the barrels up. There we go. The barrels are lined up. Do you see how much more? Oh, no. Yeah, because it's the lower barrel. Lower barrel's where it fires, Nick. You know that. Get that to line without fighting. See how much higher above the barrel the Nexus Pro is? That's a lot of height, which is going to affect calculating drop and accuracy. I'm going to bet a lot of people will feel that this is easier. It feels like it's made of a much lighter material. It's just an all-around neat blaster. The other neat thing they did is it comes with the Scar, which at the point we're shooting right now for unboxing purposes doesn't tell you much. But it also comes with a Picatinny holder for the Scar, and unlike the one on the Nexus, it is not cockeyed. So I can easily go boink, put that there. And I'm wondering, will it? No, it won't do that. But we can run this. We cannot fit this. I won't check. See, that would be cool if they had extended it in such a way I could have put the Scar barrel inside the shroud. I would have liked that because I like how the shroud looks. But again, it adds length that we don't necessarily need. The mag drops just sweetly, and this flared magwell is really quite nice. The banana clip is nice because you can feel the direction instantly in your hand to know which goes up. I do admit to having some mild concern both about how much you're going to get to dry fire this thing and the build quality on this piece. It's very flexy and skeletonized, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. It might do the job just fine. I'm going to have to keep an eye on it, but I wouldn't be surprised if these are commonly lost, commonly need to be 3D printed by people who don't have one. It's just a little concerning. Likewise is the fact that they did not give you a good place to store your spare rings, unless when I go through the instructions, there's something else. But what do I have to say about this? Well, obviously, I haven't taken it outside yet. And just like the Millinator, it takes a little bit of a nudge and oops to get motivated. But this feels, frankly, divine. It is a beautiful blaster. Do I think if you own the Nexus, should you buy this? They almost do a slightly different purpose. Like I said, I'm not sure. I have one or two mild concerns because the build quality feels, frankly, let me get that there. Can you hear that? That's Plastic Creek. That was me bumping the thing, but I found some creek right there. Because they did a lot of skeletonizing. And I don't like unnecessary skeletonizing. It looks cool, and it does remove weight. But it also can make a blaster problematic. So we'll have to see. My first ranking feel on any blaster is durability. It's, durability, reliability. Will it not break? Will it work? But I've been at this for a half hour, guys. If you like what I'm doing here, please subscribe to this channel. If you have blasters you'd like me to review, let me know. I do take requests. At some point, I may be doing something rather special towards limiting some of the blasters I have as I get the new ones for review. But we'll see. I'm more likely to donate them, the ones I'm not keeping, to the uh, so the kids in the Fowler or Earl Park communities, because it is a poorer community, and many of them have never even held a blaster because the cost of brand new blasters and the distance to Goodwill. So, guys, for the folks who are thrifting stuff, please keep the poor kids in mind. Like I said, I buy a lot, but I buy them to test, repair, and give away. I'm not trying to make a buck here. I'm not trying to make a lot of bucks here. I'm just trying to help more kids blast on. So, with that, I'm going to wrap this up. I like the Stryker. Would I pay $50 for it? Not necessarily. I did not pay $50 for it because I'm very good with sales and coupons. And Target, where I ordered it, actually had a sale going. Well, they gave me percentages off my Circle stuff. And because I have bought so many things lately from them, I had some essentially $10 off coupon. So both my Stryker and my Nexus were about $37, which was fine. At that price, I don't mind it at all. So I would say if you're going to get one of these, get the one that fits your playstyle the most and how rugged you are. I see the Nexus more as a DMR, where the Stryker is a little bit more of a suppression. It's just a bit more of a dart hose, especially if they let us buy more of those chambers cheap. Drums. Chambers on a revolver, drum is on a pistol, right? On a rifle. So if we can get more of these drums relatively cheap, and we can, just throw them in a little bag, kind of the way I operate my Villainator, this is a great blaster. I'm left-eye dominant. It happens. I love the lower sight line, though. So I'm really looking forward to playing with these, seeing which I like better, which my wife likes better. I'm a and this is part of my kind of ongoing series. The next Pro Blaster I will be reviewing will be the Nerf Sender. I'm sorry, Nerf Torrent. The Sender is the flywheeler. I don't have one of those. I also will be doing long-term reviews on both the Ninja Turtle version of the Sweet Revenge and the Dart Zone Max. So I will be doing an unboxing of that because it's my second one. Yes, I love cowboy guns. But if you want more of this content, please like, share, and subscribe. If you if you are interested in anything else I do, follow my channel. I do art, I do instructions, I do live streams, and then as a little caveat, I do my Nerf show. So, guys, I'm going to bring up the closer, and we'll have a good day. Keep blasting, folks. I love you, and you should too.